Welcome back to our channel. Imagine finding a 1997 Lincoln penny in your pocket change, only to discover it could be worth an incredible $8 million. Sounds unbelievable, right? Well, in the world of coin collecting, rare errors and unique minting mistakes can turn an ordinary penny into a life-changing treasure. In today's video, we'll cover the history of the 1997 Lincoln penny, the rare errors and varieties that make some 1997 pennies worth a fortune, how to check if you have a valuable 1997 penny, the best ways to sell your rare penny for the highest price. Stay with me until the end, because you might have one of these valuable coins sitting in your change jar right now. The history of the 1997 Lincoln penny and why the 1997 Lincoln penny is part of the Lincoln Memorial Cent series, which ran from 1959 to 2008 before being replaced by the Lincoln Bicentennial Cents in 2009. Design features: obverse. Front features Abraham Lincoln's portrait, originally designed by Victor D. Brenner in 1909. Reverse. Back displays the Lincoln Memorial, designed by Frank Gasparo, which had been used since 1959. Mints that produced the 1997 penny: Philadelphia Mint, no mint mark, over. For 0.6 billion minted Denver Mint, D, mint mark, over 4.5 billion minted San Francisco Mint, S, mint mark, proof coins only, around 2.5 million proof coins minted with billions of these pennies produced. You might think they're all common, but certain rare error coins and unique varieties have sold for thousands, even millions, of dollars. The 1997 penny worth $8 million. The legendary ERROR, the 1997 double die obverse, DDO, penny, one of the rarest and most valuable 1997 pennies, is a double die obverse, DDO, error, meaning the design was accidentally struck twice during minting. This creates noticeable doubling on certain parts of the coin. Why is this so special? The doubling is most visible on Liberty, In God We Trust, and the date, 1997. Only a few of these coins have been discovered, making them extremely rare. A high-grade 1997 DDO penny could fetch up to $8 million at auction. How to identify a $8 million 1997 penny? To check if you have this ultra-rare 1997 penny, follow these steps. 1. Examine the lettering. Look for doubling in Liberty and In God We Trust. If the letters appear thicker or slightly shadowed, you may have a valuable error coin. Point 2. Check the date. If the numbers in 1997 look doubled or blurry, this could indicate a double die error. Point 3. Use a magnifying glass or microscope. Some doubling errors are subtle and hard to spot with the naked eye, so use a jeweler's loupe or coin microscope for a closer look. If you find a 1997 DDO penny, you might be holding one of the rarest and most valuable pennies in existence. Other 1997 pennies worth big money. Why? Even if you don't have the $8 million double die penny, other 1997 pennies can still be worth hundreds or thousands of dollars. The 1997 off-center strike penny, worth up to $5,000. If the design is misaligned or missing part of the image, it's considered an off-center strike error. The more off-center the strike, the more valuable the coin, especially if the date is still visible. Some have sold for $1,000 to $5,000. The 1997 broad strike error penny, worth up to $3,000. A broad strike penny lacks the raised rim because it was struck without the retaining collar. This gives the coin a wider, flatter appearance and makes it highly collectible. These coins can fetch hundreds or even thousands of dollars in auctions. The 1997 die crack error penny, worth up to $1,500. If you see raised, jagged lines on the coin, it could be from a die crack, where the coin die developed a fracture during minting. Some die cracks can be small, but larger, dramatic cracks can significantly increase a coin's value. The 1997 penny struck on a dime planchet, worth up to $10,000. If a penny was mistakenly struck on a smaller dime planchet, it will appear thinner and slightly different in color. These are rare mint errors that can sell for thousands of dollars. How to check if your 1997 penny is valuable? Examine the coin closely. Look for doubling, misalignment, cracks, or unusual shapes. Weigh the coin. A normal 1997 penny should weigh 2.5 grams. If it weighs significantly less or more, it may be struck on the wrong planchet. Use a magnifying glass. Small errors aren't always visible to the naked eye, so use a coin loupe or microscope. Get it authenticated. If you suspect you have a rare error penny, send it to PCGS or NGC for professional grading. How to sell a rare 1997 PNY? If you discover that you have a valuable 1997 penny, here's how to sell it for the highest price. White heavy checkmark. Do not clean the coin. Cleaning can reduce its value significantly. White heavy checkmark. Get it professionally graded. A graded coin is worth more to collectors. White heavy checkmark. Sell at an auction house. Heritage auctions and Stack's Bowers attract serious buyers. White heavy checkmark. Check recent sales. Research auction results to set realistic price expectations. White heavy checkmark. Work with reputable dealers. Avoid scams by selling to trusted coin experts. Could you be holding an $8 million 1997 penny right now? The 1997 Lincoln penny may seem common, but rare minting errors and unique varieties have made some of them worth a fortune. Before you spend your pennies, check them carefully. You might be sitting on a hidden treasure. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, subscribe, and share so others can start checking their coins too. Thanks for watching, and happy coin hunting. Next, imagine digging through your pocket change and spotting a 2013 Lincoln penny, only to find out that it's worth an astonishing $7 million. Sounds too good to be true, right? Well, in the world of coin collecting, some coins have hidden mint errors and rare varieties that can turn an ordinary penny into a life-changing fortune. In today's video, we'll uncover white heavy checkmark, the history of the 2013 Lincoln penny. White heavy checkmark, rare errors and varieties that make some 2013 pennies extremely valuable. White heavy checkmark, how to check if you own one of these rare pennies. White heavy checkmark, the best ways to sell your valuable penny for top dollar. Make sure you watch until the end, because you might have one of these rare coins without even realizing it. The history of the 2013 Lincoln PNY. The 2013 Lincoln penny is part of the Shield Cent series, which replaced the Lincoln Memorial Cent in 2010. Design features: obverse. Front features Abraham Lincoln's portrait, a design originally created by Victor D. Brenner in 1909. Reverse. Back displays the Union Shield, symbolizing the strength and unity of the United States, designed by Lyndall Bass. Mints that produced the 2013 penny. Philadelphia Mint, no mint mark, over 3.5 billion. Minted Denver Mint, D, mint mark, over 3.9 billion. Minted San Francisco Mint, S, mint mark, proof coins only, around 1.2 million proof coins minted since billions of 2013 pennies were made. Most are worth just 1 cent. However, a few rare error coins and special varieties have become incredibly valuable, fetching hundreds of thousands or even millions of dollars at auction. The 2013 penny worth $7 million. The legendary ERROR, the experimental aluminum 2013 penny, one of the rarest and most mysterious 2013 pennies, was struck on an experimental aluminum planchet, rather than the standard copper-plated zinc composition. Why is this so special? The U.S. Mint never officially released an aluminum penny in 2013, but a few prototype versions were allegedly struck for testing purposes. Unlike regular pennies, these aluminum versions are lighter and have a silvery appearance. Only 1 or 2 of these coins are rumored to exist, making them one of the rarest pennies in history. How much could it be worth? Coin experts estimate that if one of these aluminum error pennies were ever confirmed by professional grading services like PCGS or NGC, it could sell for up to $7 million at auction. How to identify a $7 million 2013 penny. To check if you have this legendary aluminum penny, follow these steps. 1. Check the color and shine. A regular 2013 penny is reddish brown due to its copper plating. If your penny has a silvery or light gray appearance, it may be an experimental aluminum strike. 2. Weigh the coin. A standard 2013 penny weighs 2.5 grams. An aluminum penny would weigh only 1 gram, significantly lighter than normal. 3. Magnet test. A normal penny isn't magnetic. If your penny is completely non-magnetic and unusually light, it could be an aluminum test strike. If you find a penny that meets these criteria, get it professionally graded immediately. You could be holding a multi-million-dollar rarity. Other 2013 pennies worth big money. Even if you don't have the legendary $7 million aluminum penny, other 2013 pennies can still be worth thousands of dollars. The 2013 double die obverse DDO penny, worth up to $5,000. A double die obverse DDO error occurs when the design is accidentally struck twice, creating noticeable doubling on parts of the coin. Look for doubling in Liberty, In God We Trust, or the date 2013. A high-grade 2013 DDO penny can sell for $500 to $5,000. The 2013 off-center strike penny, worth up to $3,000. If the design is shifted off-center, it's considered an off-center strike error. The more off-center the design, the more valuable the coin, especially if the date is still visible. Some extreme off-center errors have sold for $1,000 to $3,000. The 2013 die crack penny, worth up to $1,500. Die cracks occur when the minting dies develop small fractures, leading to raised, jagged lines on the coin. Some dramatic die crack errors have sold for $500 to $1,500. The 2013 penny struck on a dime planchet, worth up to $10,000. If a penny was mistakenly struck on a smaller dime planchet, it will appear thinner and silver in color. These are rare mint errors that can sell for $5,000 to $10,000. How to check if your 2013 penny is valuable. Use a magnifying glass. Look for doubling, die cracks, or unusual errors. Weigh the coin. A normal 2013 penny should weigh 2.5 grams. If it's significantly lighter or heavier, it could be a rare error. Check for off-center strikes. If the design is shifted or missing parts, it could be valuable. Get it authenticated. If you suspect you have a rare error penny, send it to PCGS or NGC for professional grading. How to sell a rare 2013 PNY. If you discover that you have a valuable 2013 penny, here's how to sell it for the highest price. White heavy checkmark. Do not clean the coin. Cleaning can ruin its value. White heavy checkmark. Get it professionally graded. Certified coins sell for more money. White heavy checkmark. Sell at an auction house. Heritage auctions and Stack's Bowers attract serious collectors. White heavy checkmark. Check recent sales. Research how much similar coins have sold for. White heavy checkmark. Work with trusted dealers. Avoid scams by selling to reputable numismatic experts. Could you be holding a $7 million 2013 penny without realizing it? The 2013 Lincoln penny may seem like a common coin, but rare errors and unusual compositions have made some of them worth a fortune. Before you spend your change, take a closer look. You might be sitting on hidden treasure. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, subscribe, and share so others can start checking their coins too. Thanks for watching, and happy coin hunting. Last, imagine finding an old 1944 Lincoln penny in your collection, only to realize it's worth an astonishing $70 million. Sounds unbelievable, right? But in the world of coin collecting, some rare coins, especially those with minting errors and unique compositions, can be worth life-changing amounts of money. In today's video, we'll cover white heavy checkmark, the history of the 1944 Lincoln penny. White heavy checkmark, why certain 1944 pennies are so rare and valuable. White heavy checkmark, how to check if you own one of these rare pennies. White heavy checkmark, the best ways to sell your valuable coin for the highest price. Stay with me until the end, because you might have one of these hidden treasures in your pocket change or coin collection. The history of the 1944 Lincoln PNN. Why the 1944 Lincoln penny was minted during World War II, a time when the U.S. was making critical changes to its coinage due to metal shortages. Key design features. Obverse. Front features Abraham Lincoln's portrait, originally designed by Victor D. Brenner in 1909. Reverse. Back displays two wheat stalks, giving it the name wheat penny, with the words 1 cent and United States of America in the center. Mints that produced the 1944 penny. Philadelphia Mint. No mint mark. Over 1.4 billion minted. Denver Mint. D. Mint mark. Over 430 million minted. San Francisco Mint. S. Mint mark. Over 282 million minted. While these numbers suggest that the 1944 penny is common, there are specific rare errors and varieties that make some of them worth millions. The 1944 penny worth $70 million. The legendary ERROR. The 1944 steel penny, the rarest of them all. One of the most valuable and mysterious 1944 pennies is the 1944 steel cent. Why is this so special? In 1943, the U.S. Mint switched from copper to zinc-coated steel for pennies due to wartime copper shortages. However, in 1944, the Mint returned to using copper because people disliked the steel pennies. A few 1944 pennies were mistakenly struck on leftover steel planchets from 1943, creating one of the rarest minting errors in history. How much could it be worth? Only about 15 to 20 examples of the 1944 steel penny have ever been found. A high-grade 1944 steel penny can sell for up to $70 million at auction. How to identify a $70 million 1944 penny. To check if you have this ultra-rare 1944 steel penny, follow these steps. 1. Check the color and shine. A regular 1944 penny is reddish-brown due to its copper composition. A 1944 steel penny will look gray or silver, similar to a 1943 steel penny. 2. Use a magnet. Copper pennies are non-magnetic. A 1944 steel penny will stick to a magnet, making it easy to identify. 3. Weigh the coin. A standard 1944 copper penny weighs 3.11 grams. A 1944 steel penny weighs only 2.7 grams. 4. Check for a mint mark. 1944 steel pennies have been found with no mint mark. Philadelphia. D. For Denver. And S. For San Francisco. If your penny passes all these tests, you might be holding one of the rarest and most valuable pennies in existence. Other 1944 pennies worth big money. Why? Even if you don't have the $70 million steel penny, other 1944 pennies can still be worth thousands or even hundreds of thousands of dollars. The 1944 D/S over mint mark penny, worth up to $50,000. This error occurred when a D mint mark Denver was stamped over an S San Francisco mint mark. A high-grade 1944 D/S penny can sell for $10,000 to $50,000. The 1944 off-center strike penny, worth up to $5,000. If the design is misaligned, making part of the coin blank, it's considered an off-center strike error. The more off-center the design, the more valuable the coin, especially if the date is visible. The 1944 die crack error penny, worth up to $3,000. Some pennies have raised jagged lines due to cracks in the minting dies. The larger and more dramatic the crack, the more valuable the coin. The 1944 penny struck on a silver planchet, worth up to $20,000. If a 1944 penny was mistakenly struck on a silver dime planchet, it would be thinner, lighter, and silver in color. These rare errors have sold for $10,000 to $20,000. How to check if your 1944 penny is valuable. Use a magnet if your 1944 penny sticks to a magnet. It could be one of the rare steel pennies. Weigh the coin. A normal 1944 copper penny should weigh 3.11 grams. A steel or silver planchet error penny will weigh less. Look for mint mark errors. Check for double mint marks, overstrikes, or unusual markings. Get it authenticated if you suspect you have a valuable error penny. Send it to PCGS or NGC for professional grading. How to sell a rare 1944 PNY. If you discover that you have a valuable 1944 penny, here's how to sell it for the highest price. White heavy check mark. Do not clean the coin. Cleaning can destroy its value. White heavy check mark. Get it professionally graded. Certified coins sell for more. White heavy check mark. Sell at an auction house. Heritage auctions and Stack's Bowers attract serious collectors. White heavy check mark. Check recent sales. Research how much similar coins have sold for. White heavy check mark. Work with trusted dealers. Avoid scams by selling to reputable numismatic experts. Could you be holding a $70 million 1944 penny right now? The 1944 Lincoln penny may seem common, but rare minting errors and unique compositions have made some of them worth a fortune. Before you spend your change, take a closer look. You might be sitting on hidden treasure. So grab your coin collection, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to look for. The history of the 1944 Lincoln penny, a wartime coin. To understand why the 1944 Lincoln penny is so valuable, we need to step back into history. Why did pennies change during World War II? During World War II, copper was extremely valuable for military use. It was needed for bullets, wiring, and equipment. In 1943, the U.S. Mint decided to stop using copper for pennies and instead use zinc coated steel to conserve resources for the war effort. The 1943 steel penny was lighter, silver in color, and magnetic, but there was a huge problem. People hated the steel pennies. They rusted easily, they were confused with dimes, and they didn't look like real U.S. coins. In 1944, the U.S. Mint switched back to copper, using metal from melted down shell casings from the war. This means that almost all 1944 pennies were made from copper, but a few mistakes at the mint led to some of the rarest pennies in history. The $70 million 1944 steel penny. The holy grail of PNNIS. What makes this penny so rare? Most 1944 pennies were made of copper, but a few 1944 pennies were accidentally struck on leftover steel planchets from 1943. Only 15 to 20 of these rare steel pennies exist, and their insanely high auction values have made them one of the most valuable coins in U.S. history. How to identify a 1944 steel penny. If you're lucky enough to find a 1944 penny, here's how to tell if it's the super rare steel version. 1. Check the color and shine. A normal 1944 penny is reddish brown, copper. A 1944 steel penny will look silver or gray, just like the 1943 steel pennies. Point 2. Use a magnet. Copper pennies are non-magnetic. A steel penny will stick to a magnet, making it easy to test. Point 3. Weigh the coin. A standard 1944 copper penny weighs 3.11 grams. A steel penny weighs only 2.7 grams, which is significantly lighter. Point 4. Look for a mint-marked 1944 steel pennies have been found with no mint mark. Philadelphia, D, Denver, and S. San Francisco. How much is a 1944 steel penny worth? In 2010, a 1944 steel penny sold for $373, $750. In 2021, another high-grade 1944 steel penny sold for over $1 million. Experts believe that a perfect condition 1944 steel penny could sell for up to $70 million in the right auction. If you find one, you've just hit the jackpot of coin collecting. Other 1944 pennies worth big money. Why, even if you don't have the legendary $70 million steel penny, don't lose hope. Other 1944 Lincoln pennies are still worth thousands. The 1944 D/S over mint mark penny, worth up to $50,000. This rare variety happened when the Denver Mint accidentally stamped a D over an S mint mark. If you see an S underneath a D, you might have a super valuable penny. The 1944 off-center strike penny, worth up to $5,000. If your penny's design is shifted to the side, it's an off-center error. The more off-center it is, while still showing the date, the more valuable it becomes. The 1944 die crack error penny, worth up to $3,000. Look for raised lines or cracks on your coin. These are called die cracks and can increase its value significantly. The 1944 silver planchet error, worth up to $20,000. Some pennies were mistakenly struck on a silver dime planchet instead of a copper one. These pennies look thinner, lighter, and silver in color, and they're worth a fortune. How to sell a rare 1944 penny for top dollar? If you believe you have a valuable 1944 penny, follow these steps to maximize your profit. White heavy checkmark. Do not clean the coin. Cleaning removes its original surfaces and ruins its value. White heavy checkmark. Get it professionally graded. PCGS and NGC are the top coin grading services. White heavy checkmark. Sell at a major auction, heritage auctions, and Stack's Bowers specialize in rare coins. White heavy checkmark. Consult a coin expert. Get an appraisal before selling. White heavy checkmark. Check recent sales. Research how much similar coins have sold for. Could you be holding a $70 million 1944 penny and not even realize it? The 1944 Lincoln penny may seem common, but rare errors and unusual compositions have made some of them worth a fortune. So before you spend your pennies, take a closer look. You might be sitting on hidden treasure. If you found this video helpful, hit that like button, subscribe, and share so others can start checking their coins too. Thanks for watching, and happy coin hunting!